This podcast was brought to you by the Tampa Bay Podcast Network.
Welcome to Life's Necessities and Luxuries. I'm your host, Dawn Marie Butel, and I'm stoked that you're here. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Now, some of you may be saying, well, you know what? I'm a little heartbroken right now, so I'm not too thrilled about Valentine's Day. Well, I'm here to bring you some good news. You don't have to be partnered up to celebrate Valentine's Day. You can celebrate yourself and love yourself. I started a tour many years ago in Tampa called the Love Yourself Tour, which I gave on Valentine's Day or that week of. And I would get a group of women and I would take them to different stores and we would go and have a wonderful time. And I called it the Self-Love Tour because it was about taking care of yourself, because self-care is not selfish. It is not. So if somebody says, oh, you're being selfish because you want to go get a massage, or you're being selfish because you're going to go take a vacation for 3 days. No, it's not. Because you know what? As women, we are mothers, daughters, sisters, lovers, teachers, blah, 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 blah. Keep going, right? The list goes on and on and on. And you have to find a way to take care of yourself. Because if you don't, time will go by and time will go by and time will go by and you're helping everybody else, but you're not taking care of you. And if you're not taking care of you, then you start breaking down. And if you break down, then you can't take care of anybody else. See or no? So I want you to do some self-care and treat yourself to something really special this Valentine's Day. Now, maybe you're not one for going out or splurging on things like that for yourself, but you know what? Now I want you to do a little bit of splurging. I'm not saying it's got to be a really expensive splurge, but I want you to treat yourself to something nice. So if you don't normally treat yourself to a massage, maybe you go schedule yourself a massage. I happen to use Massage Luxe. I think they're wonderful. They have great therapists. Only once did I ever have a bad therapist. But that was a fluke. They also do facials there. And if you go to Groupon, you may find a special because I know sometimes they run some up there. And it's a membership-based thing. So if it's something you want to do for the future, to go for monthly massages, it's a great way to pay once a month and then you get the massage that month. And then you also get to use their massage bed, their water bed, which is amazing. Anytime you want to use it, that's available. You just pop in and you go lay on the bed. And if you want to put it on hold, you can put your membership on hold. And I think it was $5 a month that you stay on it. And that money actually goes into a bank so that when you do want to get a massage and let's say 6 months later, you say, hey, do I have any money in the bank? Yeah. And they'll tell you what you have. It's a great way to have a massage without feeling like, oh my God, because massages are very, very expensive today in a lot of places. So this is a great way to do it on a budget. So let me know if you ever do go, send me a DM and let me know. I'd really love to know more because they're really instrumental in helping release a lot of that stress that sits in our body, whether it's in our shoulders or it's in the lower back. It could be in the stomach. Sometimes they can massage the stomach and loosen up some of the stuff in there and help you. And it's a beautiful thing, right? Because we get ulcers, we get this, we get that. It's the body is an amazing thing, but the stress can also really hurt it. So take care of yourself. And if you want, splurge, get a facial while you're there as well. And sit back, relax, a mask for your back. I don't know if they do them there, but other spas will do that. You just have to find them. Or, take yourself on a nice little date. So it could be your favorite restaurant. If they don't take reservations, just pop in. If they do, call up and say, hey, do you have an opening? And if it's not on today and it's tomorrow, then what's the difference? As long as you're doing it for yourself within the next few days so that you can really treat yourself really well. Do something nice for yourself, because you work so hard for everybody else, whether it's your employer and if it's your husband or if it's your wife or whatever, your children, or your parents and your friends, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're always doing for everybody else. Today is to take care of you. Now, I'm sure you want to give gifts to those you love for Valentine's Day. And I say, yes, please do. But I also want you to remember yourself. Today is very key for you to remember yourself. So what are you going to do? Maybe you just take yourself on a vacation and you just go to your local city and you say, you know what? There's this new play coming out. I wanted to see go pick up a ticket and schedule yourself a date to go and look at the restaurant that you may go to before or after, depending on what time show you go to. Are you going to go to a matinee or are you going to go in the evening? I like going to theaters on the matinees if I'm by myself. I find though it's easy. I could get in and out of a city, and if it's not the best neighborhood or something like that, I don't have to feel so fearful of walking around a strange city at night by myself or whatever. Think about some of the fun things. I went to see the Tina Turner Broadway show that they had in Detroit last year. I'm so glad I did it. It was wonderful and got to see that. So think about a fun little thing that you can do for yourself. Maybe you just go to a museum and check out a new exhibit. Look at your local museum, see what's going on. Last winter, there at the Henry Ford Museum in Michigan, they had this wonderful exhibit from all the costumes from Disney. And it's an auto museum, right? So I was blown away. And they also had the 50 years of ornaments that they had from the Hallmark years, right? You know how Hallmark has these beautiful ornaments, Christmas ornaments. So I got to see those, and I just happened to look. Something was like, oh, go check out, see what's going on. And I was like, oh my God. And I went out there and I spent the day, and it was wonderful. I treated myself to something to eat afterwards. So I took myself on a date. So take yourself on a date this Valentine's Day and have the best date you ever had. Nobody's going to complain to you. No one's going to tell you they don't want to do that. No one's going to tell you it's time to go. No one's going to tell you, oh, do we have to do that again? No, they're not. Well, this Valentine's Day is for you. So that's all I'm going to leave you with today, my dears. I want you to have an amazing Valentine's Day and lots of love throughout the year. And remember to live happily, lovingly, peacefully, successfully, necessarily, and luxuriously. Until the next time, bye for now.